On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. Love to with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, people went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on the road. Skyline to the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the Raider Show keeps spinning, the secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on the road. City like splash me, ride the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bring and go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. People went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic Raider, always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. Love to with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your organ that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, people went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on the road. Skyline to the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. Yeah, the Raider Show keeps spinning, the secrets Vegas keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah, keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on the road. City like splash me, ride the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bring and go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll. Yeah, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. People went through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatic Raider, always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painted bitches so right. Love to with a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome. May I have your attention, please? The show
time will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What is the deal, Raider Nation, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is good to have y'all here. Breaking news, breaking news. It has been noted by Adam Schefter that the Raiders lost out on the Ben Johnson sweepstakes. The Chicago Bears are finalizing a deal to sign Ben Johnson as their next head coach. And now what do the Raiders do? Pete Carroll? Is that next up? We gonna talk about it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Welcome to the world's most dangerous chat. Thank y'all for pulling up. Yes, indeed. Once again, breaking news. Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, is finalizing a deal with the Chicago Bears. So that means the Raiders are out on the Ben Johnson sweepstakes, which means we move forward. Now, I know Pete Carroll is one of the names that came in and interviewed with the Raiders, which I would not be mad at. Solid veteran. The only thing that you start questioning is how long will his tenure be with the Raiders and what happens after that? Is it going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years? And if so, who's the guy in line being groomed to take over from Pete Carroll if that's the direction the Raiders go? There's a lot of questions to ask. There's other candidates out there. We did our due diligence. We did cast a wide net in the coaching search. So there's a lot of potential head coaches out there that I think will be good for the job. Pete Carroll's one of them. I mean, a lot of people want to age discriminate. But hey, in a country where we discriminate against everything, I mean, hey, it fits. So shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Let me get into the chat real quick, man, before we get started, man. Yes, indeed, man. Ben Johnson is going to the Bears. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tubby Chile in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the or afternoon. Eagle Terrian in the building, man. Salute. Yes, sir. Lucky T. Salute to you. Let me see who else we got up in here real quick. Mr. CT. Sacktown Raider Mike, my dude, man. Salute to you. Yeah, man, we missed out on him, bro. We missed out on him. Let me see who else we got in here. Fear Raider in the building, man. Salute. Brian Rodriguez is in the building. Yeah, no, QB is the one, I think, the focal point that led to this decision of Ben Johnson, that we don't have that. We don't have our quarterback. You know what I mean? Chicago does. Now, what does Chicago do with their GM? Do they keep him with Ben Johnson, or do they let him go and find a new one? I mean, it's all, but who cares what the Bears do? It's about the Raiders. This is the Raider channel. Give a fuck about what the Bears do. They can hibernate until they grow old and die. I don't give a damn. What do the Raiders do? This is what this show is going to be about. What is our next move? Ain't no sense in worrying about spilt milk. We're going to pour another glass. Now, one thing that I've noticed and seen that could work, I see that we want an offensive mind guy. Now, the other rumor of our GM potential was the fact of having Spytek from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as GM. Now, I think a perfect situation would have him as the GM if you bring him in and sign him up, to go with Cohen at the offensive coordinator of Tampa Bay to come on over with him. If you're trying to find a perfect marriage with people that work with each other, that would be a direction to go. I believe Aaron Glenn is going to be between the Jets and the Saints as far as his services as head coach. But one thing is for sure, two things is for certain. The Detroit Lions coaching staff will be very depleted. Very depleted, because I expect not only do Ben Johnson leave and Aaron Glenn leave, but they take some of these position coaches with them to help them on the new adventures that they have. You know what I mean? So, but what we want to know is the Raiders. The Raiders. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I appreciate, man, new members of the channel, man. Adrian, shout out to you, man. I appreciate it. Or I'm not going like gender reveal. I don't know, but you're a Raider. That's all that matters. That's the only gender we are, silver and black. You know what I mean? But yes, thank you. Welcome to the channel, man. But yeah, so Liam Cohen, that's one person that we can look at as a potential head coach candidate to you know what I mean, put together with Spy Tech. That makes sense. Pete Carroll, I don't know what do you give Pete Carroll full control like he did in Seattle? You know what I mean? That's one aspect you can approach. Monken of Baltimore, they're finished. You can go ahead and talk to him, offensive coordinator. That's a potential. There's a lot of things, a lot of directions. But see, it doesn't matter the many directions we have. It's the right direction we need. Doesn't matter how many. It matters for just that one right one. Who's the right coach to go with the right GM to be in this right situation for them? And that's all we need to go ahead and pay attention to and address. Let me see what else we got up here. B Al. Hey, B Al, check your email, bro. When you gave me the information for the jersey draw, you gave me two jersey numbers. First, you start off with 00, and then you went with number 1. So check your last email. I just sent you an email yesterday or the day before. I'm asking you which one it was because I can't place the order until you give me the correct jersey number, man. But congratulations once again on the jersey, man, for real. And I appreciate you for your support of this channel, really. So yeah, that's that. SoCal Sal in the building, man. Salute to me. I mean to me. Salute to you. Yeah, I was getting ready to go live at 3. I said the breaking news popped up on my phone. I said we going live right now. We go. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all. Everybody on Instagram. Salute to y'all. Yeah, we deep all over. Everybody on Twitch. Everybody on X, formerly known as Batman. No, formerly known as Twitter, and everybody on YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all for real. Who else we got on here? Maddie in the building, salute. Let's see, we tired. That's all that matters. What happens when you win too many games for the season? Nah, it still wouldn't have been the same. I mean, that tanking shit, that's for losers. That's a loser's mentality. There has not been anything in your whole life that you told yourself you wasn't going to try your best. Plain, when you go to work, you don't say, I'm only going to half-ass do it today because I feel like getting fired. When you send your son or daughter out to go play soccer, baseball, softball, wrestling, basketball, football, you don't tell them, son, daughter, don't give it your all. When you send them to school to go learn something, whether it's math or science, you don't tell them half-ass do it, don't give it your all. I would hate for you to have to go to the doctor and get surgery, and that doctor says, you know what, I'm not going to give it my all today. Fuck it, we need to get a heart and a liver and a kidney from this patient anyway, so shit. I'm not going to do my all. You hire somebody to come paint your house, you know what, I'm not going to give it my all. I'm just going to half-ass paint her house, his house, and be on my way, get paid, and go home. You got somebody coming doing your yard, you half-ass cut your grass and trimming up your bushes. You know what I mean? You go to the gynecologist and they half-ass check you. You don't put that silver spoon in you and open you up. You know what? I'm just going to say she all right. You go to the doctor, get a prostate exam. He half-ass checks your motherfucking statistics on your prostate and be like, you know what? He'll be okay. It's only stage 2. Come on now. That's the worst. That's the stupidest ass fucking mentality to ever have, is to half-ass want to do something just think you're gonna get something better. Like half-ass being in a relationship or marriage because you feel like there's somebody out there better for you. And then you get out there, ask Devontae, half-ass playing for the Raiders to get to the Jets, and what he found out, it wasn't greener. I don't believe in that mentality. That's a mentality that a lazy American would have. You know what I mean? And why I say American? Because that's where we at. I don't know what they do in China. I don't know what they do in Germany. But the half-ass, everything got to, let's get the easy way. Let's go ahead and not win and try to get a quarterback. And the next thing you know, the quarterback we draft ain't shit. Shout out to Jamarcus Russell. Like we ain't never been down that road. Shout out to everybody, man. That's just my opinion. My little tidbit of information right there. Brian Rodriguez in the building, man. NorCal Raider Jesse, the mob with the most. Lawrence E's in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the afternoon. Who else we got? D-Moke's in the building. What it is, man. What it is. Time to get Pete Carroll. And we still got I still believe, and I know for a fact in the draft, there's not going to just be two good quarterbacks and everybody else is going to be shit. That's just what it is. You're going to get some good quarterbacks, whether it's the second round or third round. It always happens. It's not like, oh, if we don't get the top two picks, we can't get Shador or Cam Ward. Okay. So you think that's the only two quarterbacks? Let's see. Let's pass draft. We didn't get Jaden Daniels, and but we see what Jaden Daniels is. But no wonder Washington wasn't gonna move off their square. Washington knew what they was gonna do. They got their quarterback. Let me see. Who else went? Oh, and Caleb Williams, everybody thought was a bust, is the reason why Ben Johnson is coaching the Bears or getting ready to sign a deal to coach the Bears because of Caleb Williams. Then you got Drake May. Drake May with New England. These are all quarterbacks in the same draft. Drake May looked like he found his spot. Oh, then we got Michael Penix. Oh, it looks like he got his spot in Atlanta. Oh, Bo Nix took his team to the playoffs. Nobody wanted him. That's what I'm saying. Don't think there's only going to be two quarterbacks, bro. I like Jackson Dart. Milroe is a project. Gabriel, to me is solid. A lot of people just because of one game. Oh no, Gabriel lost to a team that they played previous that they had to play for a second time, and the defense gave up. What did they give up? The defense gave up hell of points, just like Detroit. People started. Oh, I don't want Ben Johnson. They lost. He scored 31 points, had 500 total fucking offensive yards. But nobody talk about Aaron Glenn and the 45 points this side of the ball gave up. And then you want to go back. Well, they did have 19 people on IR. Facts. That they did. They did. So it's like, shit, you can't just gauge somebody by just one game. You know what I mean? If that's the case, what about the game? Look, Gabriel only lost one game. One game. Playoffs. Yeah, it was the playoffs. Against a team he already faced and beat previous the same season. He beat every top 25 team that they faced. They took down Boise. Was the only team Boise State lost to until they lost in the playoffs. They took down Penn State. They took down Ohio State. They won the Big Ten championship. But that one game is going to just supersede everything else that he did when he didn't lose at all season. You know what I mean? I look at Jackson Dart. You go look at his statisticals. I like his statistics. Now, what it is about him that a lot of people don't like for him to not be in the first round, which I believe Jackson Dart will be in the first round. I believe that. And if you're the Raiders and you believe Jackson Dart can be that guy, fuck it, you take him. You take him. I don't believe, you drafted him too high. Nobody said Michael Penix went too high. Nobody said Bo Nix went too high. You know what I mean? It fit where they went. So let's get our shit. We ain't got Ben Johnson. Ain't no sense in crying over that shit. Let him go do what he do. Go with the Bears. He. You know what I mean? Find out the hard way who Caleb Williams really is. But then again, he might be good. But I just don't like the way he approaches the podium and everything. And it's like excuses he say about what went wrong. if the wind was not blowing from the left to the right, we would have had an opportunity to make that catch. But you know what I mean? Sometimes the grass get wet and it's kind of slippery and you can't really see where you're throwing when the mist is in your eyes. That kind of shit. That's what he sounded like when he at the podium. But what do the Raiders do next? All right, let me make sure I get everybody up on here. Oscar, salute to you, man. Salute. I think it's Pete Carroll next. I fucks with Pete Carroll's been there and done that. The only thing people got bad to say about Pete Carroll is his AGE. AGE. I mean, is serious? We worried about his age, but not his ability to coach? You worried about his age? You worried, like I said, what's next? You gonna worry about if he's Pentecostal or Catholic? Is that gonna be next? Or that he's white or black? Oh, that he's a man or a female. No, what we worried about next? Where he's from? The diet he's on? What else are we gonna use that ain't football related to judge somebody if they can do their job? If Pete Carroll gets the job, I expect Pete Carroll at 73, 72, whatever it is, to do his job the same way I want a 38 and a 40-year-old, 45-year-old, 50-year-old to do his job. I don't give a damn about your age. I give a damn about production. Can you make the Raiders great again? Since Trump got his and happy Martin Luther King birthday to everybody, man. This is I'm glad that's today. We should not discriminate on anybody for any reason that they had no control over. Pete Carroll did not get to choose when he was born. But yet we're holding that as we actually got that on a mother. Can you imagine a job not hiring because your age? And it's been done. It's called, you know what that's called? Do you know that's called when they like judge you by something that should not be judged by? That's called age discrimination. Oh, you're too old for this job. What the fuck you mean? I can strip. I'm 72 years old. I can get up there and swing the tallywhacker and clockwise fashion with a tassel on the tip. I can do it. I may have a little more wrinkles. That means I got a little more skin. You feel me? But yeah, man, we gotta stop with the nonsense, bruh. Can he coach? That's the only thing we need to care about. And his health, of course, anybody's health. You can get you a young coach and then he suddenly be stricken by something health-wise that makes him deteriorate and not finish his job. That could happen to anybody. Health. But I mean, at 73, if he's in good physical form and in rightful upstairs, then hey, we know you done been to 2 Super Bowls. You've done this. And you have the experience of working with a young quarterback. You did it with a young Russell Wilson. So give him somebody like a Jackson Dart. All's not over, y'all. Like, oh, man, we ain't get Ben Johnson, man. Fuck it. I'm just going to get castrated. No! You ain't got to go get castrated. Shout out to Leader. Hey, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. We going up, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm gonna give it to y'all raw and cut. Like I say, we're entertaining and informative right here on Raiders Allegiance. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me get back to the chat and shout out y'all. We're gonna get into some more though. All eyes on G in the building, man. Salute. We got Navy vet Lakai T in the building. Brian Rodriguez. Let me see what else we got in here, man. I got to get through the chat, man. Hey, you know what? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Navy Vet, Mike G, Brian Rodriguez, Lakai T, Lawrence E, SoCal Sal, Sacktown Mike. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to all y'all. And once again, congratulations to JDog209 and B Al for winning the 2,000 YouTube subs and 6,000 and TikTok back. And if y'all haven't done so, man, go to TikTok. And so go ahead and follow my page on TikTok. I give you all the shorts, segments from these long video forms of podcasts on TikTok. Give you my opinion. Go live over there sometimes and give you good footage, man. So go over there to Lunatik_Raider, man, and become a follower. We are over 6,000 followers on TikTok, man. Thanks to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. And everybody on Instagram, if you have not followed the page on Instagram, Raiders Allegiance. You know what it is, man. Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. So let's get back into this Raider content. Let me make sure I got everybody, because, man, you guys are active this morning. Boy, y'all done had your Cool Kev in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. Top of the AM, or no, afternoon. I was so used to doing mornings. My bad, y'all, man. I get lost in the sauce sometimes. Don't blame me. I'm 52. Judge me. I'm 52, y'all. Y'all gotta, bear with a old cat one time, old head. You feel me? Let me see. Raider Ace is in the building. Oh man, I can already hear half the nation. Oh, you talk about bring back Gruden and Carr? No, we're not going back to the future. We're not. No, we're moving ahead. We're moving ahead. And like I said, if it ain't Pete Carroll, there is other options out there. Let me see, because now we know that the first shoe dropped. So we know Ben Johnson is out the picture, right? So now, what does Tom Brady and Mark Davis do next? Who's our site? And everybody was saying Pete Carroll, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at that at all. I would love for Pete Carroll to be the coach, because I know he can get it done, and he's familiar with the front office, playing that part as well with Seattle. So I would not be mad. All right, so we know it ain't Ben. So what's next? Let's not sit there and just concentrate on some shit we ain't got no control over. All right, so yeah, I already know that, Schefter. Ding dong. All right. Raiders' top choice to replace Coach Antonio Pierce is off the market. Yeah, that's our top choice. Don't mean it's our only choice. Yes, we know Ben Johnson got hired. Damn, that's everybody. I'm glad I'm here, y'all, so we could talk about what's next. Shout out to the chat, man. So tell me, in your guys' opinion, what's next for the Raiders? What do? We don't need to worry about Ben Johnson. We don't need to worry about Aaron Glenn. Do we go defensively? You know what I mean? There's a lot to cover, man. We're not done with this. We still have a coach and a GM to go find and sign. You feel me? Vinny confirmed if Pete Carroll is head coach, expect Robert Saleh as your bruh. Now, see, that's not a bad prize. Robert Saleh as your DC if Pete Carroll's named coach. Come on, bruh. I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Because I know what kind of defense Saleh will build. And I know what Pete Carroll can do. You know what I mean? We get our quarterback, bruh, is on, and then we don't even have to reach for Jackson Dart if he's, to be honest with you. We do got collateral we can move back into the bottom of the first round. But I'm gonna tell you what I would do. At number 6. And I'm just saying names because if they are there, and I feel them being dynamic at their position, I wouldn't pass them up. Some people might think offensive lineman. That's a possibility. But I still want to go by the mantra of best available. Best available. Like we did with, like Bowers was a no-brainer. He was the best available when we picked last year. No-brainer. And look how it paid off. Because we didn't try to reach for something. We didn't reach for something. Like, for instance, let's go back a couple of years. Tyree Wilson. Yes, I'm going to get to Tyree Wilson. He's shown a little improvement, but I was wrong with being excited about him. But I believe the hype that everybody was putting on him in the draft. Not like fans, but just the higher-ups was like, oh, he's making his move up the board. And I was believing the shit like, well, they're there watching him. They're at the combine. You know what I mean? Well, he didn't do the combine because of the injury. But I was like, okay, they must know what they're talking about. But then I see that boy filled the middle on the defensive line in Philadelphia. And I thought to myself, That was the best available. See, if we would have grabbed him, best available, we would not have no quirks at all. And Tyree Wilson was not the best available. Now, I understood why they drafted him because of his potential, his high ceiling. Because his ceiling is high, don't mean he's going to come in anywhere close to it at all. But we know what old boy did. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I seen him yesterday in that game. Shit. You mean we passed the defensive tackle that was definitely best available? That we got to go best available. So if number 6 comes up in April and you got a Genty there, you have to ponder that. We got to establish a run game. Because you got to remember, Pete Carroll had beast mode. We got to have our own beast mode. We got to have our own. Genty is the closest thing in college football that gives you that possibility. Then you go in second, and I believe second round, you go Jackson Dart unless you feel like you need to jump from the second round to the first, bottom of the first to grab him, because we know there is no team in the bottom of the first round that needs a quarterback. Everybody there are playoff teams. They got their quarterback. Everybody in these playoffs have their quarterback. So we know that's a plethora of teams that ain't going to draft a quarterback. So Dart will be there in the bottom of the first round. Unless somebody up top that needs a quarterback just trades all the way back because they feel like whatever's left after Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders ain't worthy of a first half of the draft pick in the first round. But I don't see nobody dropping back that far. A lot of teams, there's a lot of good, there's running backs in this draft. There's some good linemen, defensive linemen, offensive linemen, wide receivers. Like, that's another one. At 6, you can get McMillan. Wide receiver, 6'4", Arizona. You know what I mean? That's a number 1 wide receiver you can add to your Jacoby Myers, your Brock Bowers. And then if you go number 1 receiver and then you grab Jackson Dart later or Gabriel later, or if you feel that you want to keep going and add more pieces rather than the quarterback because you're not feeling that they deserve being taken in the bottom of the first, in the second, maybe you use one of your third-round picks. I know definitely 2 third-round picks that we do have can move you back into the second round. So there, you know what I mean? Or do we just play the draft and let everything fall to us? Do we trade back a couple of times, get extra picks? Because we got 10 already. We can end up with more picks. I can see even some players that's on our roster right now could probably be moved as well. Could probably be moved. Will they move them? I don't know. You know what I mean? Also, we can add more cap space by trading some of these guys that I previously just mentioned for draft picks, or who do you delegate as a post-June 1st release that spreads their salary over 2 years? And you could do 2 of those. 2 post-June releases will spread and add more money to your cap. For instance, does Minshew get released? Can you trade him for at least a 7th rounder? I don't know. I don't even know what the market is on him, because this is the first year that he had a bad year. But if you release him and make him post-June, then I think he has $12 million left on his deal. That $12 million becomes a $6 million hit. So that's $6 million that you add to the cap this year. What do we do with Colton Miller? Do we leave him alone? Hey, just long as he's healthy, we good? I would say you can do that, right? You can go there. There's many ways we can handle this. That's the whole thing. There's a lot of different directions this team can go that will benefit us. That's not neither right nor wrong. You know what I mean? Or that's right and not wrong. You could trade Colton Miller. You'll get a draft pick and free up a lot of money. That's positive. You can keep Colton Miller. He's already under contract. You ain't got to worry about the left tackle position. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that we're going to have to go over, but we need a coach and we need a GM to sift through all this information and see exactly what is the best move for the Raiders. What does Tom Brady and the collective, because there's other people involved in this, and the collective. What is their goal? Who are they targeting and why? And what comes along with them? If Pete Carroll, like they said in the chat, if Pete Carroll's named head coach, who does he add to his staff? Because I heard the Niners said they'll make him the highest paid defensive coordinator in the NFL. Bruh, and you know what? If Saleh comes here, we'll beat that. Why? Because I see Saleh as a potential replacement for Pete Carroll. He'll be under Pete Carroll, and this will be his next opportunity. Fuck the Jets. Everybody with the Jets failed. That's just a cesspool of nothing. You got one of the greatest quarterbacks and greatest wide receivers on the team and still can't win. Go figure. You know what I mean? So maybe Pete Carroll and Saleh comes in. Saleh is the next in line when Pete Carroll say, look, I'll sign a 3-year deal, and then that's it for me. You know what I mean? That's it. Saleh take over, then we ain't got to worry about a coach the next time around after Carroll. The defense will be established, and it won't change. Because I think our meat and potatoes on it, I know. Our meat and potatoes on this team is our defense. So that's the thing that we got to anchor down. That's what we got to anchor around. Saleh come in here with these guys that we got and we add to that same mix is, boy, the league better watch out, because I already know Pete Carroll knows how to build an offense. All Pete Carroll got to do is come in here and build the offense, let Saleh do what he does with the defense, get this team back on track, and I don't think it would take long, depending on the maturation of a quarterback if we take early. If we draft a young guy, hey, can AOC still be the guy under Pete Carroll? I don't know. We got to find out. Shout out to everybody in here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Let me see in the chat. Joe Brady or Kellen Moore, because both are better than Johnson. Joe Brady and Kellen Moore, but the rumors is Kellen Moore is going to most likely be with the Cowboys. But now we're starting to see that I think Ben Johnson just made his mind at the last minute. I think he was really leaning towards the Raiders, but I think, you know what I mean, when he sat down, because he went to see the Bears today, I think it was, and that's why it's getting done. And the Bears sold him. You got a quarterback, and whatever you need, we give you. So, of course, Ben Johnson went there because the quarterback is one less position that he coaches, that's already taken care of. And to be honest with you, that tells you a lot. That tells you a rookie, Caleb Williams, is looked at as being better than an AOC. And that's just the life of having a backup quarterback as your starter. We know you didn't look at Minshew and be like, oh yeah, I can win with the Raiders with Minshew. AOC is one-dimensional. Look at what makes Jaden so dynamic? His legs. What made Lamar Jackson so dynamic? His legs. Hurst, his legs. Pat Mahomes, his legs. People, he could be a pocket pass. Show me a pocket passer. Even old boy with Buffalo, his legs. He ran over fools for a touchdown. Everybody that's left in the NFC and the AFC Championship are mobile quarterbacks. All of them. Every single one. The one quarterback that stood in the pocket and was not mobile got their ass whooped by Washington. Their defense could not stop Washington and their mobile quarterback. 45 points. With a rookie quarterback. It's not because he's a rookie. It's because he's dynamic. Throwing and running the ball. I told y'all, it's college football is going to dictate to the NFL the direction of the quarterback position. Why? Because all these colleges are recruiting quarterbacks that are dual threat. So the only quarterbacks there to be able to select in the NFL draft are only going to be dual threat. That's all there's going to be. You look at this draft. Even though they like being in the pocket and sitting there to throw, watch when you get to the combine. Watch Shedeur Sanders. He can run. Because there's been times when he don't like running. He likes to stay in the pocket. That's just like Michael Penix. Michael Penix does not like running. He likes to stay in the pocket. But when he got to the combine, what did Michael Penix Jr. do? Run a 4.4 40? That told you there. Cam Ward, St. Watch. They gonna get to the combine and run the 40, and y'all gonna be like, damn. They can run. They just don't do it because they're groomed to be a pocket passer, but they do have that mobility that makes them dangerous. They couldn't stop Jaden Daniels. Period. And I watch old punk-ass Kansas City, Mahomes scrambles like with the best of them. Give him an opening. That's why I said it's just the evolution of the game where now everybody's gonna get. You might not even want a pocket passer. He doesn't need to run. I just need a pocket passer. Shit. You got these defensive ends being clocked at 4.5 and 4.6s. The elite defensive ends are coming off that edge way faster than any offensive tackle you have there to block. Oh, they're getting beat. And when they get beat, that unmobile quarterback is... How you think fucking AOC got hurt? I'll wait. He tried to run, and all you heard was, Ricky! That's all I kept hearing in my head, bruh. Boys in the hood. You know what I mean? That motherfucker felt like he got shot in the back with a gauge. Let me see everybody out here, man. I'm waiting to try to see. Hopefully we get some news while we're live. I'm only going to be here an hour. We got 30 more minutes. We went live at 1, bro. A little bit early. But yeah, when this shit start coming out, I was like, what the feezy? You feel me? Hold on. Let me check everybody up in here. SoCal Sal. Laura Rachita's in the building, man. Nah, I don't think Dart runs a 4.8, bro. That you're talking AOC speed. I think AOC ran a 4.9. I'm not trying to be funny, but I truly believe I think that's what AOC's 40 time was. And here's the thing that cracks me up. We know AOC's a little bit older because he's, you know what I mean? He's just older quarterback. And when I heard when this is the thing, boy. When I hear motherfucking coaches saying he's been working on his mobility, bruh, either you're mobile or you're not. You run a 4.9 40. You're slower than the fastest defensive ends in the league. And some DTs. I know some DTs, you're slightly faster than a 5.0 40 that some of these 300-pound defensive tackles run. I think it was a 4.95. I think it was just a 0.01 second less than who else is slow? Old boy with the Saints. Who was the light-skinned dude with the Saints? Damn, I can't remember his name. I think he was close. He was just under a 5-second 40. But bruh, that's why he's getting hurt, because he's getting caught. He's trying to get away. You know what I mean? I give him, he's trying, but shit. You can only do what God gave you to do. If you ain't got an arm, don't think I'm going to work on throwing 80-yard bombs. You're not going to do it, bruh. Your mechanics, your physical build, all that comes into play. Your trajectory, your knowledge of science, you know what I mean? The earth is rotating. You know what I mean? You throw it again. It's just like being a sniper. That's why snipers got to do a certain aim when they're going at least a mile and further. They have to incorporate the curvature of the earth. How do I know this, Lunatic? Because I was a sniper in the military. So you got to... I forgot the name of... No, let me quit. I wasn't a sniper in the military. That's some shit. But I would have been. Shout out to everybody, man. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna keep checking these while we here live. Shout out to everybody out there, man. We got Mr. Doctor. I can't see the shit. Mr. Doctor, I'm just saying, hey, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. Really appreciate it. I wish you guys would have did this sooner when we did the jersey giveaway. I did 2 custom jersey giveaways to my guys, man, and hey, it turned out we had a good turnout. Shout out once again to B Al and J Dog 209 for winning the custom jerseys. Once I get the number situated with B Al, matter of fact, let me check now, because then I could put the order in, because they're waiting on me too to place the order, because I told them I got an order for 2 jerseys, and they was like, well, let's see. Okay, I gotta go. Oh, hold on. My day was a giveaway. Okay, got that one. Hold on, I'm checking my messages real quick. No problem. I see number. Okay, got you, BL. I got you. Number 1. Okay, we solid. All right, good. Let me write that down. All right, I can put those orders in today. So, like I said, once I get the jerseys here and I get ready to ship them out, I'll give you guys the tracking number so you can keep track of your jerseys, man. But once again, congratulations, man. Yeah, we're over 2,000 and still growing, and 6,000 is still growing on TikTok, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank God TikTok is back. Yeah, baby. All right. So let me ask you guys this in the chat. We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna talk coaches right now. We're gonna get back. Let's get on the quarterback subject. At 6, do you move up to grab a Shedeur or Cam Ward? Even though I don't think the number 1 pick is gonna be. It could though. Number 1 pick could be up for grabs if you're willing to trade up for it. Would you go up to get Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward? Question to the chat. Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, which one is the most worthy of you moving up to get? Because we're only in 6. There's only 5 teams ahead of us. It can be done. Especially that we have 10 draft picks. You feel me? Jack Henderson said he's glad he lived in the 70s. Bruh, I know, man. But I know this for a fact. Everything comes to an end in life. Everything. That's including bad luck, good luck. Everything comes to an end. Like Mahomes and them gonna find that out this coming weekend. Everything comes to an end. Bills ain't bullshitting. And it doesn't matter about the weather. We've seen that against Baltimore. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Everything comes to an end. The same as a rookie quarterback making it to the playoffs. It don't happen. And I mean, not the playoffs, but the Super Bowl. Jaden Daniels in Washington got an equal opportunity because not just that he's a rookie, but he's going up against a team that he played twice already, bruh. They got 2 games worth of game film on him. And all Jaden Daniels did was get better along the season. Learning this new offense that Kingsbury brought in. So it's like, that's an exciting young team, bruh. When you get somebody dynamic like Jaden Daniels, that's what changes organizations. These guys are 1 win away from the Super Bowl with a new offensive coordinator and a brand new quarterback. Wait a minute. Ain't that what we about to have? See, anything is possible. What movie that come from? Anything is possible. You feel me? Hold on, I gotta catch y'all chat, man. Y'all in here doing y'all thing, man. Exactly, Dirty. We're not in a hurry to get it. That's the realest shit I heard so far. And that's true. We are not in a hurry to get it wrong. Beautifully said. I'm glad I text you that. Hey, come on the show and say that we're not in a hurry to get it wrong. Now, let me quit taking credit where credit ain't due. We have time to figure it out and get it right. This ain't McDonald's. You can't pull up to the talk box and ask for a number 5. No, ask for a coach and expect it to be great. Yeah, hey, bruh. Hey, that's why them homemade burgers, though, bruh. Hey, my son will tell you. I made him a double cheeseburger with bacon on that bitch on a pretzel bun. He said, fuck, man, American cheese. Just like In-N-Out, like all the good, yeah. I know that processed shit, but boy, that processed cheese is damn good on a burger melted. Man, my son will tell you, boy, that bacon double cheeseburger, McDonald's ain't got shit on me. A burger that don't go bad over 100 years. Ain't that a bitch? Let me see. Who else we got up in here, man? John Raider. Robert Saleh was Pete Carroll's assistant defensive coach. He becomes the next Hayes. Bingo. Bruh, that's exactly what... That's why that's the route I'm not mad at. I fuck with a Pete Carroll. And it comes with Saleh. And Saleh could be the next in charge when, like I said, if Pete Carroll say, look, I'll do a 3-year deal. Get this shit right on the offensive side. I got my D coordinator. We'll keep Robbie. You know what I mean? Make Robbie his assistant. That D-line and all that shit gonna stay intact. Can you imagine Robbie with Saleh and just establishing that defense to be even more of a monster? You add more pieces to it to make it. Can you imagine? Look, I don't like reinvention, but can you imagine the Legion of Boom 2.0? But it ain't gonna be Legion of Boom. We gotta have our own shit. We gotta have our own shit. We gotta come up with a name that fits the silver and black for that defense. Cause I'm telling you, Saleh and them come and build that defense and coach that man, bruh. We got pieces, bruh. And I'll tell you this, we can even do this at number 6 in the draft. We don't even have to move up and grab a quarterback. Fuck it. Go grab that corner from Michigan. Pair him up with Jacorian Bennett. Let's lock down the secondary with Palomal. Bring him back. You know what I mean? God dang it. Old age is a bitch. That's why they don't want Pete Carroll. Fuck. I just proved their point. We forgetful. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Maury, Palomal, Jacorian Bennett, old boy from Michigan, which I forgot his name too. That, like I said, I'm allowed to have a little bit of slippage in the membrane. And then you have that defensive line and you gotta bring back Spillane. Now you start working on this defensive line. Who's the other tackle to go next to Christian? Not McCaffrey. Fuck him. Christian Wilkins. Who's the other defense? Bring back Kuntz. You see where we going with this defense, bruh? Saleh can have a defense that's scary. That'll be a scary defense. If your secondary can lock down that shit and you get coverage sacks, Max Crosby healthy. Max Crosby ain't going nowhere. Y'all don't believe that shit. Saleh's been solid with the defenses everywhere he been. That's why the Niners is saying that they would make him the highest paid defensive coordinator. But we could tell them, hey, we'll make you defensive coordinator, but you'll be next in line as the head coach. So we don't have to do this coaching search again. Bam! Bam! And whoever's under Pete Carroll, supposedly knowing Pete Carroll probably, I don't know if he'll call the plays or not. I don't think he'll be that. It all depends. How, you know what I mean? What part of his life he's in? Does he want to unleash the reins and get a good offensive coordinator and be like, when I'm gone, Saleh and you, whoever the offensive coordinator is going to be, you guys take over. Get a young understudy, let Pete Carroll coach him up, and let them take over the reins. And then when Saleh becomes head coach, then Robbie becomes defensive coordinator. We don't skip a beat, man. Now the blueprint is starting to look, it's clear. Now I can envision what this could look like. I can see what this is. Now it's starting to, yeah. Okay. I'm with that. I'm with Pete Carroll being head coach. Saleh being DC. Saleh takes over for Pete Carroll when he hangs it up. Robbie is kept on the defensive line because I think he's still under contract because we denied teams to talk to him. But then once Saleh becomes head coach and takes over, then you bring Robbie up to be DC, so he gets promoted. And whoever the offensive coordinator is that Carroll was grooming at the time is grooming him to go ahead and take over the OC full ranks. Bam. And everything is still in place. Everything that is established, is built, is not going anywhere even after Pete Carroll is gone. Same way they did it in Seattle. Because he was still with Seattle. Even when he stopped coaching, he was still with Seattle. So they still had his not, I ain't gonna say his permission, but his overseeing ability to oversee shit and be like, hey, maybe I like the fact Pete Carroll's been in the front office and been a coach. He has that wealth of knowledge that Ben Johnson don't have. Everything that Pete Carroll is, Ben Johnson is trying to become. At least half of it. A head coach. A Super Bowl winning head coach. I'm not worried about, like I said, we got to keep it moving, y'all. We can't sit here and just dwell on shit that we ain't got no control of. Ben Johnson ain't coming. What do we do next? That's the thing we need to bang on the table as a round table and be like, what do we do next? What is best for the Raiders, not just now, but the future? And I believe that Pete Carroll move is just exactly the move we need to make. Now, who's the GM? Now you go Spytek. Maybe Ben Johnson didn't want to go with Spytek. He wanted to go with his guy from Detroit. Now you could bring Spytek in. And see, this is the beauty of this also. See, Spytek came up in the ranks as a scout and became assistant GM with Tampa Bay. He becomes GM here. If Pete Carroll is the head coach, Pete Carroll was a GM too with Seattle. He was all of it. So now you got these two guys in the war room during the draft and also in free agency that knows to analyze talent. Because Pete Carroll built that team up in Seattle. Man, that was a good-ass team. That was a damn good-ass team with a young quarterback. So Pete Carroll's been down that road and knows what to do. I would be more trusting in Pete Carroll if I had questions than I would with asking Ben Johnson. Like if I was a coordinator. And I think, and that's the kind of rule, they talk about how smart Tom Brady is, football smart he is. How football smart you think Pete Carroll is. That's the thing they're saying about Spytek. How smart he from a former player in college, went up the ranks of being a scout, all the way up to being assistant GM. And they got good talent there. Hey, they put some good talent there when they won the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. It wasn't just Tom Brady. Look at that defense. They had a lot of second-year players that panned out that were drafted. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at that as well. Raider John, salute to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to Raiders Allegiance, where we pledge allegiance to the Raiders. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we got. I think we'll be okay if we go that route. Now they might surprise me and throw a right hook and be like, no, we're not going Pete Carroll. We're going Lane Kiffin. Nah, don't you do it. Don't you bring Lane Kiffin back. But Jack Kenna, even if we did have Kingsbury, he wouldn't have been able to do it with AOC like he's doing with Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels fits the kind of offense this guy runs. All he's been around is mobile quarterbacks. Kyler Murray. Let's not forget about him. Patrick Mahomes. These are the quarterbacks that Kingsbury has been around. And look how dynamic they are, like physically. What they bring to the table. AOC's not that, bruh. That's not a Kingsbury quarterback. Now, I think AOC would have been better in a Ben Johnson type offense. You know, you never see Goff run the ball. That's not what their offense calls for. That's why there's two running backs, so you don't have to run. We got running backs. That's why I said we would have we would have went two running backs with Ben Johnson. That's why I said at 6, Genty would make sense. You maybe get Genty at 6, and maybe you follow it up. I don't know how far a scatter bowl goes, or do you go in free agency and get a Najee Harris? We know that's the kind of offense he runs where there's not one bell cow, there's two Two running backs come in here and do their thing. And that's what'll happen here. Now, Pete Carroll, now Genty makes even more sense because that will be your bell cow. He showed he can handle it. Because all people going to say, well, all they did was run the ball in Boise State. Yes. But he handled the load. You know, he handled the load. Pause. Not that kind of load. Stop that shit. That was lotion. He can handle that kind of load. And his low center of gravity, his balance, and his vision, it all comes into play at the running back position. You can get guards on the offensive line. I'm not worried. There's linemen in this draft, possibly in the free agency. You know what I mean? If you want to go get veteran guards, Parham, are you satisfied with him? Maybe he'll pan out in the right system. You know what I mean? So. It's going to be interesting, but I think all is not lost. All is not lost for our Raiders. We are still able to put together a staff that's going to make this team dynamic if it's the Carroll, Saleh, and if they put the whole scheme together where they already have the next guys in line after Pete Carroll said, you know, give me 3 and I'm done. I got 3 more in me, and then I just want to retire with my great-great-great-grandkids. Look, that's an age joke. He said, I can retire with my great-great-great-grandkids. You know what I mean? I got a great-great-great-grandkid that's 18. God dang, fool. You would shoot them out at 12? Okay, y'all. So I'm about to get ready to get up off here, man. But hey, shout out to y'all, man. We were over 100 strong and still are. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. I appreciate y'all. If you guys on Instagram have not done, go to my the homepage of Raiders Allegiance there, and there is a link to take you to become a subscriber of Raiders Allegiance, man. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, and on Friday and Saturday night sometimes. We're live. So just, hey, come mess with your boy. We're here live and direct with the information and the news of our nation, because there's only one, and that's the Raider Nation. What did I just do? Oh, my dumb ass. Looking for my phone, and it's right in front of me. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's any updates before I get up off here. Well, I know Adam Schefter is happy that Ben Johnson didn't become a Raider, as much as he tried to shit on it, on the possibility. I don't know why he didn't go to the Raiders. We don't want your opinion. You motherfucking character from the, what's the one with the wizards and all that shit? Oh, Lord of the Ring looking motherfucker. I hate when motherfuckers, that's not your job. You don't get paid for your opinion. You get paid to deliver real-time information and news like you did. Look, Ben Johnson and the Bears are finalizing a deal. That's what we want you for, Schefter. We don't want you. Well, I think the deal is a little bit, you know what I mean, not worthy of it. Come on, we don't want your fucking opinion, bruh. That's not what you get paid for. I don't want my dentist fucking giving me a pedicure. I don't want my doctor, you know what I mean, cooking my fucking dinner. You're not my cook. I'm not paying you to fucking fix me hash browns, eggs, and bacon. I'm paying you to fucking fix whatever's wrong that's ailing me interior. You know what I mean? I don't pay my motherfucking... Shit, I don't pay my motherfucking... Who else I go see? I don't pay my motherfucking dentist to paint my house. I don't give a fuck if it's a side job. Schefter, you don't have a side job. Your job is just to report the news as it is. We don't want 2 cents. We don't want 2 pennies. Nah, we don't want the 2 pennies. We want the dollar, but not the 2 pennies. You can keep the change. Thank you. That'll be all for today. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to go over shit. Raiders' top choice to go. Hold on. Okay, that don't have nothing to do with us. Hold on, I'm trying to read and see what the fuck else is going on. Adam Schefter also the hit her. Chicago's hiring Ben Johnson. New Orleans and the Jets both are interested in Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. Good for them. Good for them. All right, y'all. So with that being said, I don't see anything else news popping up. All right, y'all. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Monday. Happy Martin Luther King birthday. Like I said, in the nation has been one of the first nations to recognize that we're all equal, and we all come together for one team. That's why I love the fact that I came up with the name Raiders Allegiance, because we all pay allegiance to the Raiders. That's our squad, and it will always be win, lose, or tie. Raiders till I die. Raiders till we die. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Monday. Be safe. If you're heading out to the parades, the parade's over. It happened this morning. Damn, I missed ours. Downtown Las Vegas was 9:30. Well, maybe next year. I gotta work. You know, I didn't get off till 5 in the morning. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. You feel me? And then to wake up to this news, hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. I was getting ready to play some snippets of some shit of what Chicago fans was thinking, and they were very promising that they were going to get Ben Johnson, and Schefter was saying that shit too, and Raiders and Jacksonville still in play. Well, that race is over, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Johnson is no longer a candidate, and so now we move on. Who do the Raiders go after next? As far as who is our next guy in line, is it Pete Carroll and Saleh as our defensive coordinator? I hope that's the next move. If not, surprise me. With that being said, I'm Lunatik Raider. This is the Lunatik Raider Show, man. Appreciate y'all. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. If breaking news happens, I'm back up on here again. So hit that notification bell as well. Lunatik Raider, and I'm out this bitch.